is Trivia for Kids, where it's not just for adults anymore.
Hello. Welcome to episode 31 of
Trivia for Kids podcast.
I'm Casey.
And I'm Ren.
We are so excited to bring you another episode. Ren, today was the hottest day of the summer, was it not?
Yes, it was really hot.
So, did it feel really hot when you were outside? I was inside working all day, so I didn't really have to be out in it, but did it feel super hot?
Well, not really super. I feel like other days were hotter, even though they were like 95 degrees. I think it was because I was at the pool.
Oh, you were at the pool today. How fun. We have a really cool pool in town. We're really lucky. What is your favorite thing to do at our pool?
Go off the high dive.
That's not scary?
No, I love doing it.
Do you do dives? Do you do flips? Or do you just do like a pencil?
Can I tell you the worst part about doing it, though? When you run and then jump and then go off the end, you feel like you're going to miss the dive board at the end and just go straight into the water.
I thought you were going to say when you land in the water, your swimsuit gives you a wedgie. I think that's the worst part.
I don't think I've ever had that happen.
What? Oh, man. I remember when I was a kid getting a wedgie after I jumped off the diving board. So last week, I asked you guys to send us ideas for the joke of the week, and we got one. So we got a really great joke from Warner. So thank you so much for sending this. Here's his joke of the week.
Why did the girl bring toilet paper to the party?
Why?
She was a party pooper.
You are not a party pooper, are you? You're like the life of the party, aren't you?
No.
What do you mean, no?
Well, I'm not either.
What are you?
I don't go to the bathroom at a party, and I've never really been to a party unless it's a birthday party.
No, a party pooper is somebody that just like shows up and doesn't have any fun and is just like, wah, wah. That's a party pooper. Oh, so you're not that, are you? Nope. All right, should we get started?
Let's get started.
Woohoo!
Here's how the show works. Trivia for Kids consists of 5 rounds with 7 questions each. We will announce the answers at the end of each round. Each new round will have a different category. After the 5th round, we will have the final exam, which will test you on the toughest questions we have covered in the previous rounds. Everyone ready? Let's get started.
Round 1. The category is Broadway musicals. A big thanks to listener Lily for this category idea. Thanks, Lily. Question 1. What is the name of Annie's dog in the musical Annie? Question 2. What was Disney's first Broadway musical? Question 3. Which musical tells the story of 2 friends named Elphaba and Galinda? Question 4. In Hamilton, King George III sings that he will send a fully armed battalion to remind the colonists of what? Question 5. In which U.S. city does the musical Hairspray take place? Question 6. What does Mary Poppins tell the children will help them take their medicine? Question 7. What is the highest grossing Broadway musical of all times? Meaning, which musical has made the most money? And now the round one answers. So, Ren, do you think when Lily suggested this category idea, she knew that we loved Broadway musicals?
No.
We are just lucky that she picked a category idea that we are super obsessed with.
Yeah.
So, Ren, what is your... Oh, wait. I don't want to ask that yet because it might be one of the answers. So, question 1. What is the name of Annie's dog in the musical Annie?
Sandy.
Have you seen Annie?
Yes.
It's a hard knock life for us.
You said it's a hard knock.
That's what the words are.
It's a hard knock life.
Nope.
What?
Hard knock. Question 2. What was Disney's first Broadway musical?
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast premiered on Broadway on April 18th, 1994. A massive commercial success. It ran on Broadway for 13 years.
Wow.
Question 3. Which musical tells the story of two friends named Elphaba and Galinda?
Wicked! That's definitely my favorite.
That's our favorite. Wicked tells the story of two unlikely friends, Elphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West, and Galinda, the Good Witch, who struggle through conflicting personalities and viewpoints and a rivalry over the same love interest. So, for those of you who don't know, Wicked is like the prequel to The Wizard of Oz. So you find out why the Wicked Witch is green and what happens with her and the Good Witch. It's so good. I highly recommend it. Question 4. In Hamilton, King George III sings that he will send a fully armed battalion to remind the colonists of what?
My love.
So should we sing a little bit?
Sure.
We'll just sing the end part where the answer comes in. I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. Hamilton. Oh, so good. Good ending. Question 5. In which U.S. city does the musical Hairspray take place?
Good morning, Baltimore.
Yep, Baltimore. The very first song in the musical is called Good Morning, Baltimore. Question 6. What does Mary Poppins tell the children will help them to take their medicine?
Just a spoonful of sugar helps some medicine.
Yep, a spoonful of sugar. Usually Quinn's the singer, but today you are, huh?
Yay!
Question 7. What is the highest grossing Broadway musical of all time? Meaning, which musical has made the most money?
The Lion King.
The Lion King. So, sadly, we had tickets to The Lion King, and we were supposed to go to the show in May of 2020. And what happened in May of 2020, Ren?
It got canceled.
Because we were quarantined for COVID and we didn't get to go see The Lion King. Hopefully someday though, right? Your dad and I have seen it and it's so good. Round 2. The category is DC Comics. Shout out to listener Shep for this awesome idea. Question 1. What does DC stand for? Question 2. Who is the only superhero that was a member of both the Justice League and the Avengers? Question 3. Which famous superhero originally had no flight ability? Question 4. Which superhero's real name is Barbara Gordon? Question 5. Which superhero got their power after inhaling nuclear fumes? Question 6. What is the name of Batman's car? Question 7. Which character uses the lasso of truth?
And now the answers to round 2. Question 1. What does DC stand for?
Detective Comics. Welcome to the podcast, Quinn.
Thanks for having me.
You and Rennie are splitting it up today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Glad to hear your voice.
Thank you.
Do you know a lot about DC Comics? Do you know how they're different from Marvel? Those are like the two main kind of comic book things.
Yeah.
So there are certain superheroes in Marvel and certain ones in DC. Detective Comics.
Superman and Batman are in DC, but then Spider-Man and Captain America are in Marvel.
You got it.
Question 2. Who is the only superhero that was a member of both the Justice League and the Avengers?
Hawkeye. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I didn't know they had a Hawkeye. Question 3. Which famous superhero originally had no flight ability?
Superman.
Just walks around shooting lasers from his eyes.
I don't think Superman does that.
Yeah, he does. He has heat vision and he has freeze breath.
Oh.
Question 4. Which superhero's real name is Barbara Gordon?
Batgirl. Do you know that she's the daughter of the police commissioner in Gotham City?
I did know that.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
You know a lot about DC Comics, apparently.
I watched Lego Batman movie.
Oh, there you go.
Question 5. Which superhero got their powers after inhaling nuclear fumes?
The Flash. I didn't know. I don't know much about the Flash other than that he's real fast. But I read something that he traveled through time using a cosmic treadmill. Okay. What is a cosmic treadmill?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to ask.
Let me jump on my Nordic track here and speed through time and space.
Question 6. What is the name of Batman's car?
The coolest car ever built, the Batmobile.
Oh man, I want to ride that thing.
That thing's cool.
Question 7. Which character uses the lasso of truth?
Wonder Woman. What a lame weapon. Back in the day when they didn't think girls could do anything, they made Wonder Woman and they were like, hey, you don't get a sword or like lasers or anything, but we're going to give you this rope. And when you rope a person, they have to tell you the truth. Ta-da!
Cool. It's the best gift. Wouldn't you want those powers?
No, I would want shooting lasers out of my eyes or freeze breath.
They give
the boys the best ones.
Yeah.
For sure. Round 3, the category is Bluey. A big thanks to listeners Lucas, his sister Parker, and their baby brother Brooks. Thanks, guys. Question 1. What is Bluey's dad's name? Question 2. What does Bluey's mom do for a living? Question 3. What is the name of the rocking horse at the park? Question 4. How old is Bluey? Question 5. What is the name of the puppet that Bingo gets to take home? Question 6. In the theme song, Which member of the family is mentioned first? Question 7. In the episode Takeaway, what food are they waiting for at the Chinese restaurant? And now the answers to round number 3. Question 1. What is Bluey's dad's name?
Bandit.
The parent who makes all us parents feel like we are bad parents. It's Bandit. He is a great dad to those girls. He's always playing fun games with them. I think my favorite one, what is the one where they're eating something? They're eating like asparagus and he turns the vegetable.
It's magic. It's magic wand.
He turns it into a magic wand or something, and then
and it turns them all to animals.
Oh,
Remember
that's
when
right.
they turn the dad into the seal?
He's such a good dad. Question 2. What does Bluey's mom do for a living?
Airport security.
Yep, she works at the airport. Question 3. What is the name of the rocking horse at the park?
Sparklemane.
Sparklemane is a great name for a park horse. Park horse! Question 4. How old is Bluey?
6 years old. He looks like he's like 8.
Bluey's a she. It's kind of hard with a name like Bluey and a color blue to associate those two things with girl, but Bluey, you knew she's a girl.
You're right, I did, but I didn't know that until like the 5th series.
The 5th episode? Question 5. What is the name of the puppet that Bingo gets to take home?
Bob Bilby.
Did you know that one?
Yeah.
Question 6. In the theme song, which member of the family is mentioned first? Mom!
It's really kind of offensive that they did the mom first.
Save the best for last, because the last one is
Bluey.
Bluey!
That's why they named the series Bluey.
Well, they saved the best for last. Question 7. In the episode Takeaway, what food are they waiting for at the Chinese restaurant?
Spring rolls.
So what happened was they were getting takeout food, and they were waiting for the food to come. Well, the food came, but then they forgot the spring rolls.
And they were playing this restaurant.
Yep.
And Bingo said, I would like to order some spicy chicken. And then she dug in the thing. She had some. She said, hot, and she knocked the bucket over of all the food.
Yes, so as they were waiting for the spring rolls, Bingo and Bluey made a big scene, and the dad was embarrassed and frustrated, and it was a very relatable episode for anyone who has children.
And then they kept on asking and asking and asking, could we take a shower? And then the dad said yes. And then Bingo had to go to the bathroom in a bush, and the water was still running. So,
man, it was a funny episode. Round 4, the category is famous scientists. This category idea is also from Lucas, Parker, and Brooks. Thanks again, guys. Question 1. This Polish-born female scientist was famous for the discovery of the elements polonium and radium, educated in France, and was the first woman to win the Nobel Prize. She was poisoned to death by her own discovery. Who was she? Question 2. The general theory of relativity is said to be a major building block of modern physics. Which crazy-haired physicist developed this theory? Question 3. True or false? Thomas Edison was the first person to invent the light bulb. Question 4. Dmitry Mendeleev was the Russian chemist that arranged the chemicals in cards, which are now famous and used around the world. What is the name of Mendeleev's card arrangement? Question 5. Which famous scientist and U.S. founding father invented swim fins, the odometer, bifocals, and the lightning rod? Question 6. Instead of saying hello, what word did Alexander Graham Bell want people to say instead when they answered the phone? Question 7. Which French chemist and microbiologist proved that germs cause disease, developed vaccines for anthrax and rabies, and created the process of pasteurization that makes dairy products safe for mass production? Round 4 answers. Question 1. This Polish-born female scientist was famous for the discovery of the elements polonium and radium, educated in France, and was the first woman to win the Nobel Prize. She was poisoned to death by her own discovery. Who was she?
Marie Curie.
So Marie Curie studied radiation, found the element radium, then studied radiation, and died of radiation poisoning. But she was like such a cool lady. She was like, back in the 1920s when they didn't think girls could do anything, she was like, watch this, boys. She won the first Nobel Prize as a woman.
That's so cool.
So cool.
I envy you, Marie Curie.
Thanks for what you did, Marie Curie.
What other girls have won the Nobel Prize?
Oh, I don't know. Her daughter won one. They were the
Really?
only mother-daughter duo to win one. Yes. Question 2. The general theory of relativity is said to be a major building block in modern physics. Which crazy-haired physicist developed this theory?
Albert Einstein.
And what's his most famous formula?
EMC squared.
E equals MC squared. Yep. So when I think of Albert Einstein, I only think of one thing. What is it?
EMC squared?
No, his crazy hair.
Oh, I imagine him of that one picture with his tongue out.
With his tongue out, yes.
Why did he do that?
I don't know. He's a crazy dude, I guess. Question 3. True or false? Thomas Edison was the first person to invent the light bulb.
False. Although he often takes credit for it, Thomas Edison was not the first man to create a light bulb. However, he made the first fully functional light bulb in 1879. Earlier versions of light bulbs were made by Warren de la Rue and Joseph Swan. Their inventions had the concept down, but their versions could not sustain prolonged practical use.
So, when somebody said who invented the light bulb, you say Thomas Edison, right? That's sort of like the main one.
He kind of made it happen.
Right, but this is saying he didn't actually make the very first one. He just made the best one of the time. Question 4. Dmitry Mendeleev was the Russian chemist that arranged the chemicals in cards, which are now famous and used around the world. What is the name of Mendeleev's card arrangement?
The periodic table of elements.
So do you know what that is?
Nitrogen, helium.
Right. So you've seen a picture and it's basically like, small rectangles in separate rows, and it'll have like one hydrogen. That's the periodic table of elements.
Does that just help him learn? Remember stuff? Or
I'm going to be honest. I don't know exactly what their order has to do with anything. Maybe it is just to help people remember them. Question 5. Which famous scientist and U.S. founding father invented swim fins, the odometer, bifocals, and the lightning rod?
Ben Franklin.
So
What's a swim fin? Swim fin.
Like when you're scuba diving and you put those fins on your feet to help you swim better underwater?
Oh.
Swim fins.
Huh.
But when you think of Ben Franklin being an inventor, what is the one instance that everybody always remembers and thinks of?
Ben Franklin with a key and a kite.
Key and a kite. Yep. You weren't here for the Hamilton song we had in the previous round. Question 6. Instead of saying hello when answering the phone, what word did Alexander Graham Bell want people to say instead?
Ahoy! When the public started using the telephone in the 1800s, inventor Alexander Graham Bell decided the phone call should be answered with ahoy instead of hello. However, Thomas Edison wanted users to answer the phone with hello. Edison's term won out.
I couldn't imagine answering the phone with ahoy, though.
It's like
ahoy, welcome to McDonald's.
You're going to wish your cousins a happy birthday. You call them on the phone. Ahoy, happy birthday to you.
Question 7. Which French chemist and microbiologist proved that germs cause disease, developed vaccines for anthrax and rabies, and created the process of pasteurization that makes dairy products safe for mass production?
Louis Pasteur. Is that why pasteurization is called pasteurization?
It absolutely is. After Louis Pasteur. You said that very French-like. Good job.
Louis Pasteur.
Round 5. The category is things that start with H. Question 1. On social media, what name is given to the number symbol? Question 2. What is the capital city of Cuba? Question 3. Established in 1636, what is the oldest university in the United States? Question 4. What name is given to a two-dimensional shape with 7 sides? Question 5. In 1945, which Japanese city was the first to be attacked by an atomic bomb? Question 6. The ventricles and atria are found in which human body organ? Question 7. Striped and spotted are types of what African animal known for its laughing cry? And now the answers to round 5. Question 1. On social media, what name is given to the number symbol? Hashtag Trivia for Kids podcast. Hashtag living the dream. Hashtag 4th grade rules.
Why is it number 4th grade rules and everything?
Oh, that's just the symbol they used. Question 2. What is the capital city of Cuba?
Havana.
Havana, Unana.
Hey, how come
Havana, Unana. Question 3. Established in 1636, what is the oldest university in the United States?
Harvard.
You even said it like a Boston person. It's Harvard, but they say Harvard.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Harvard? You've heard of Harvard?
Nope.
Never?
Never.
The oldest college in America, where very, very smart people go to learn
I
stuff?
thought it was Indiana that was the oldest college.
No, Daddy went to Indiana. Go Hoosiers. Question 4. What is the name given to a two-dimensional shape with 7 sides?
Heptagon.
Heptagon. Question 5. In 1945, which Japanese city was the first to be attacked by an atomic bomb?
Hiroshima.
Yep, Hiroshima, or I've heard some people say Hiroshima too, so I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it.
Hiroshima.
Do you know what an atomic bomb was or what this is about? Have you learned about World War II at all?
Yeah.
Yeah? So World War II was when Hitler and the Nazis were trying to fight, and when we got bombed at Pearl Harbor. Have you heard of all those things?
Nope.
Well, in order for us to stop World War II, we dropped an atomic bomb on Hiroshima in Japan. Sad, sad deal. Question 6. The ventricles and atria are found in which human body organ?
Heart.
Question 7. Striped and spotted are types of what African animal known for its laughing cry?
Hyenas.
When I think of a hyena, it reminds me of a certain movie. I'm wondering if you think the same. The Lion King. Yep, I always think of the hyenas in that movie. And now it's time for the final exam. Now remember, you've heard these questions in the previous rounds, but these were the hardest ones we've had. So use your memory and try to think back to what the answers are.
Question 1. What was Disney's first Broadway musical?
Beauty and the Beast.
Question 2. What does DC stand for?
Detective Comics.
Question 3. In 1945, which Japanese city was the first to be attacked by an atomic bomb?
Hiroshima or Hiroshima?
Question 4. Dmitry Mendeleev was the Russian chemist that arranged the chemicals in cards, which are now famous and used around the world. What is the name of Mendeleev's card arrangement?
The periodic table of elements.
Question 5. Which superhero got their power after inhaling nuclear fumes?
The Flash and his cosmic treadmill.
Question 6. Which French chemist and microbiologist proved that germs cause disease, developed vaccines for anthrax and rabies, and created the process of pasteurization that makes dairy products safe for mass production?
Louis Pasteur.
Question 7. Established in 1636, what is the oldest university in the USA?
Harvard.
And that's all for today, folks.
Have you heard of Harvard before?
Yeah. Where is it located?
Boston, Massachusetts. Or
Massachusetts.
somewhere. It's in Massachusetts. I don't know if it's right in Boston, but
I thought it was in Colorado. Sorry, guys.
nope. Harvard is not in Colorado. Where do you want to go to college when you get older? Have you thought about it at all?
I don't even know where I want to live.
Well, maybe you should pick the best college and then maybe it's in a good town for you. So no ideas? Do you want to be a Hoosier?
Yes.
Or what about a Hawkeye?
Oh, man. I don't like the Hawkeyes that much.
What about the Cyclones?
The Cyclones are better in my opinion.
What about the University of South Dakota Coyotes?
I like those. Isn't the Coyotes?
No. Quinn.
Sorry, I lost you.
It is not the Coyotes. That's how other people say that animal. But in South Dakota, it's the Coyotes.
Okay, now I understand.
Thank you. And thank you all for listening. Have a wonderful week.
Indeed. I'll see you later.
Please follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Trivia for Kids Podcast. And if you have a question idea or even an entire category, please email us at triviaforkidspodcast@gmail.com.